Hey everyone, it's Christine and welcome back to Paranormal TV. I have my air conditioner on. I hope you guys don't mind, but it's so hot outside. It's literally 100 degrees. The UV index is 9 out of 10. It's very humid. As soon as I turn off the air, it gets so hot in my room. The sun's like beaming in my room. I have it on low. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. In this video, I am recapping episode 3 of the Ghost Files. Originally, when we went on this investigation, I did not think that much happened at all. I really didn't. Like, looking back, I'm so shocked that I didn't think much happened, because honestly, this is probably the most active investigation I've had, which is weird because one, it was during the day, and two, we had two people who really weren't that into it there, but they did get into it towards the end. So I have like a whole page of notes. I literally needed to take notes for this so I could remember everything I wanted to talk to you guys about. So I want to talk to you guys first off about why I name these videos what I do. So this one was called Finding a Relative's Grave, and that's just quite literal. We were literally looking for Natasha's relative's grave, something that her dad was related to. So if I find like a piece of evidence that I feel like really ties in with the whole investigation, I'll name it after that piece of evidence. Or if I had like a really strong experience that kind of made my investigation. It just kind of depends on what I experienced, we were setting out to achieve, things like that. Now let's get on to the actual like recapping of the episode. We split up into two groups. It was me, Natasha, Tyler, and Robbie. I also want to say that Tyler and Robbie are of age. Somebody expressed concerns. He thought we had children with us, but they're above 18. No, we did not have children with us. They're just young looking, I guess. Split up into two groups, which is really good because this is where we got a lot of our investigation done. Natasha and I, we started with the EMF, and there wasn't much EMF initially at all, but pretty quickly there became these really erratic and unusual EMF spikes. So basically what would happen is we would be standing in one spot for like a minute, no EMF, and then all of a sudden it would spike. Sometimes it would go down, sometimes it would stay, and it would do this often. But then there was also some periods of time that would go by where we had no EMF at all. There would be like 10 minutes went by, not one spike on my EMF detector. So that's definitely weird. It's not like there was a high EMF reading in that area. We were in a graveyard that was pretty far away from the streets. I mean, it's close to homes, but it's not that close to homes. It's not like right there. There's here, let me just kind of show you a little diagram. I'm doing this really quickly. It's not going to be like artistic in any way. This is the graveyard, okay, and then about 40 feet up is the street, and then 5 feet across from the street would be homes. On this side would be the same general idea, and then over here is a little bit different because you would go like 20 feet and it would be an empty field, and then you go about 30 more feet and then it would be the street, and then 5 feet would be the home. Over here it's about 40 feet and then a park, and I don't feel like it could be the power line affecting it because of how often it would stop and then start, and also it seemed like sometimes it was even answering your questions. There are 3 areas that we really got a lot of high EMF at. That was the South family plot, which we often get a lot of evidence there, and then the mausoleum, and then also the grave that is her father's relative. My camera I am very familiar with. I had my camera for years, and then I accidentally broke my camera when I dropped it. So I repurchased the same camera because I was very familiar with it. I knew that it worked pretty well, and I wanted to make sure I bought one that was budget-wise friendly, and also I could get decent quality videos out. So I know my camera, I know how it works. You can record it to 20 minutes and it will stop recording. You can continue to record after that point if your memory card allows you to. The camera stopped recording at 2 different times, and I never let it reach 20 minutes because I am aware that I only have 20 minutes to record at a time. So I know it's in my head, and I check the time consistently because I'm always thinking about that. So I recorded for, I think, not even 10 minutes. It was actually a little bit under 10 minutes, and it just stopped, and I don't know why. And as it stopped, we had a huge spike in the EMF, and there's like a part in the video where I turned it back on and I'm like, my camera stopped recording, I don't know why, and we're getting high EMFs right now. At this point, it was actually some of the highest EMFs that we had the whole investigation. It was practically going off the scale event at one point. So we decided to take a break, regroup, kind of let my camera rest, let it charge a little bit, And Natasha, Robbie, and Tyler all had scratches. They all had scratches in different places. So Natasha had, there was like my dog's hair right here. Hopefully that wasn't distracting. Natasha had scratches on her knee and her thigh. Tyler had it on his calf, and I think Robbie had it on his bicep. If not, he had it right here, but it was like somewhere around his arm. I was with Natasha. Tyler and Robbie were together, and Natasha and I were just, you know, sitting on the ground at one point doing an EVP session, and she said, "I like something was on me," and maybe it was just a bug because we were sitting on the ground. So we kind of didn't think much of it, but then we realized she had scratches later on. This isn't something that I would normally like, oh, definitely paranormal, the ghost gave her scratches, but Robbie had scratches that were really bad, and it kind of gets canceled out because it's really sunny, so the brightness kind of gets canceled out in the video. But Robbie looked like somebody had gone like this to his arm, really like sharp nails almost. It was pretty weird. And then Tyler had some on his calf, and I was the only one who did not have any. I was the only Christian of the group. I was also wearing a protection bracelet with St. Christopher's medal on it, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but I feel like I protected myself. You know, I pray, I ask for only positive spirits to come forth, and I'm the only one who does these things. I just like to cover my bases, I guess. So I don't know if that's the reason why I didn't have any, but I feel like if they were getting scratched on a particular thing, then it would be like closer in the same proximity to each other, like all on their arms or their legs or whatever, but it wasn't. It was all in very different spots. And also, we didn't really go up to any trees, bushes, or anything like that. We were looking at the grave sites. So then there were high EMF spikes at the Falls grave, which is Natasha's father's relative, and we changed the battery at this point because we were like, maybe it's the battery, and that's on film too. We changed it before we got to the Falls grave, and sometimes it even seemed to respond to our questions. At one point I said, "Can you step away? If it's you making the EMF go off," and Robbie was looking at the EMF, and he said that it actually went down a little bit. I think Natasha asked a question and it spiked once, so I think it's pretty weird. We had temperature changes by the South family plot, and typically I'm not one to think like temperature changes are much of anything because there's a little thing called drafts, and also we are outside, but you would like stay on one side and feel a little warmer, and you know, heat can absorb in the tombstones, but at that time we were also getting high EMFs, so there were certain spots that felt a little cooler than the others, and we were getting really high EMFs. So I mean, that definitely could be something, or it could just be being outside. I don't know. I caught a really strange noise on my camera, and I am not going to sit here and say this is definitely paranormal and this is like the best piece of evidence, because it's not, but I just kind of want to test it out. I don't know if this is what it sounds like, but to me it sounds like scratching on my camera, like by my mic, so we're going to test it out. I don't know until I listen to the video, but I don't know until I listen to the video that's what it sounded like, but that's my initial thought when I heard it. I thought that's weird, it sounds like someone scratching by my mic. Tasha was filming, I was watching her, I was right next to her. We were investigating together, she was holding the camera and walking, so I don't know what it was. It's weird. I'm not going to sit here and say it's definitely paranormal, but it's really odd. And my camera doesn't make that noise. You guys tell me what you think it is, whether, even if it's not paranormal, if you have an explanation for it, just let me know, because that's kind of weird, especially if it's like something wrong with my camera. I want to know. This is where it gets pretty interesting. This to me was like the highlight, the actual investigation, not the evidence, but highlight of the actual investigation. So we were at the mausoleum because Tyler really wanted to go there, and I don't know what it is that like drew him to the mausoleum, but he really wanted to go to the mausoleum. So first Natasha was doing a sweep with the EMF, so she was just, you know, going like this, and there was nothing, but at one moment there was like a spike that was kind of abnormal, and then the spike kind of went away. We really didn't have anything, and then when we asked questions it started to spike, and Tyler really wanted us to go around the back. Tasha says, "Do you want us to go around the back?" And it spiked, so we're like, well, we're taking that as a yes, especially since there was no reading whatsoever, not even like a 1 reading. There was a 0 reading where we were standing at first, so we definitely went around the back, and there's like little slots that are open in the mausoleum. Natasha leaned down and she like raised the EMF to the slot, and it started going off. We started to get high readings. Tasha, Tyler, and Robbie were standing at the mausoleum, and I was filming them, and Tyler was asking questions like, can you say hello? Can you tell us your name? Robbie decided he wanted to go like test and like knock on the door and see if maybe he could get a knock back or something. He leans up against it to listen, see if he can hear a knock or anything, and he just very seriously too goes, I kid you not, I just felt a vibration. So right after he said that, our EMF detector went from like 0 to I don't know what number, but it went high. It was beeping and it was red, and that was pretty cool because he felt a vibration and then the EMF went off and it wasn't going off and there wasn't a reading before that. So that was pretty interesting. First I thought, that's cool, but that could just be the door, you know, the door vibrating after you knock. So I said, you know, knock again, and if there's a vibration again, it's probably just the door and it's nothing paranormal. He feels no vibration the second time. When we were ending the video, there's a little like voice, and I'm not counting that as evidence. Like, I heard it, I thought maybe it might be, but I thought it could be me, even though I don't remember saying anything at all. I could have like maybe like tripped and went, I don't know, but I just decided not to count that as a piece of evidence because I think it's a little inconclusive. I don't really know if it's me or not. I don't think it was me, but it could have been me, so I'm not counting that as evidence. You guys hear it? It could have been me, I'm not sure. So we caught no pictures. They catch 2 EVPs, and I have no idea what they're saying. And I had Tasha listen to them, I had my mom listen to them, some of you guys listen to them, and I don't know what they're saying. I hear a voice saying something. To me it sounds like 3 words. My fiance listened to them, and he said that the first EVP sounded like it said, "It is dead." And I guess I can kind of hear it, but I'm not sold on that. So if you guys can figure it out for me, that would be great. There's another one that I have no idea what it's saying, and my dog's about to come in. Hello, Lacey. Hello. Mommy loves you. Mommy loves a baby girl. You're my baby girl. So the second EVP, I have absolutely no idea. I thought maybe it was a breath. It's over our voices. We're talking, and you can hear us, but I don't know what it's saying, and I thought it was a breath. It's hard to tell because it's like right up to my recorder, like right in my recorder, and we're talking, so I can't make it out, but it's there, and it's just me and Natasha. At this point, we were investigating together by ourselves, and we're actually at the South family plot, so I feel like so much evidence comes from the South family. I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to do like a long EVP session there and see if I can catch any EVPs again, because it was right at the South plot, which is pretty cool. And the first EVP, it's actually on video. Like, you can't hear the voice on the video, but you can hear us talking on the video, and that's like there's no power line around or something like that. And then there's a voice on my EVP saying something, but it's not on the video. My camera didn't pick it up. I feel like that kind of backs it up, makes it a little more conclusive, and I was pretty excited about that. So if you guys can tell me what the EVP sound like to you, I would really appreciate it. This was a really long recap, but I had a lot of stuff to get through. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!